Well, prior to the pandemic, around 8% of Australian knowledge workers worked from home in some capacity, but this number has now increased to 40%. Businesses stuck in a rigid, fixed mindset for how a workplace should run are now faced with serious decisions about how to navigate the future. For more on this, let's bring in Angela Ferguson, the co-founder of FutureX Collective. Welcome to Ticker News. Thank you for your time today.
Thanks, Natasha.
Now, Angela, are we ever going to return to old ways of working, do you think?
Look, definitely not. I think the last 2 years have been a time of experimentation. It's been a time of, testing what work from home looks like, what work from the office looks like. And we've learned a lot of lessons over those last 2 years. And, the general sentiment is that nobody wants to go back to the way it was. We've been able to have a lot more flexibility in the way that we work, and we've been able to, incorporate some of the things that are more meaningful to us in terms of where and how we work and what we do. So, nobody wants to leave those great benefits behind. So it's really important that we leverage some of those gains of the last 2 years as we go forward into the future.
Now, Angela, of course, there are benefits to working from home, but there are also benefits working in the workplace, in the office. So what would you say some of those benefits are? How do they compare?
Look, I think, home is fantastic for getting focused work done. It's great for, anything, where you really need to kind of switch off and not be around people. But the office has a really strong role to play as well. So whenever you need to collaborate, you need to co-create, you need to innovate, studies have shown that physiologically, when we sit in a room together, we sync our breathing. And when we sync our breathing, naturally, the conversation flows, which allows innovation to happen. So some of those really sort of, creative things that we need to do together as teams and as businesses and as collaborators, they can be best done in the office face-to-face rather than on the screen.
Now, of course, as you mentioned, many employees are keen to maintain their workplace, sort of keep working from home. What sort of things do you think workplaces need to be doing to draw employees back into the office?
Look, I think one of the first things that we are doing with some of our clients is really talking to people about what they want. It's difficult to assume what people are looking for and what people want. The office has a role to play going forward, and it needs to be a place where people feel that they can get the job done. So it needs to have all the tools, all the kit. Previously workplaces before the pandemic were very, predominantly desks and predominantly individual settings. What we're seeing now is that, people are generally asking for a lot more collaborative settings. So they want walls to pin things up on, they want to be able to move the furniture around. They want to be able to, really hack these environments to make them flexible and collaborative and really comfortable too, like we've been used to at home.
And Angela, just very quickly to finish up, countries now, many are trialling 4-day work weeks we've seen around the world. Do you think this might become the new norm in very soon? Do you think this might be something that even Australia trials?
Yeah, look, absolutely. The 4-day work week actually started in New Zealand in 2018, and it was really part of an overall wellness program. And what it was reduced hours over 4 days, so a 32-hour week rather than a 40-hour week. So it's not compressed hours at all. And what studies showed was that people were, more productive, they were more engaged, they were more efficient, and they had time to do things like get the right amount of sleep and spend time with their families and do all of that life admin stuff as well. So, it's a radical concept. Makes me a little bit anxious too, but I think it's one definitely worth exploring.
It'd be nice to see us trial it here. Angela, thank you very much for your time today. Great to hear from you.
Thank you very much.